Welcome to my studio. If you are new here, my name is Kelsey. I'm a pattern designer, and this is my studio, or I guess at least what it currently looks like. I used to have a big metal bookcase right here. If you've seen any of my other videos before, you know this used to be here. We are moving across the country, and that means right now it's kind of go time. If we don't want to bring it with us, we need to sell it or we need to donate it. And the bookcase is one of those things we just didn't really want to bring with us, so we sold it. And now, because there's this big open area, I want to redo the studio. Now, the studio has been the exact same literally since we moved in here 2 years ago. I will insert somewhere here of the original studio makeover when we actually moved in. But now, because this bookcase is gone, I've kind of just been sitting with it for a few days, and one, the empty space looks weird and it kind of freaks me out, but two, we're only living here for like a few more months, and what better time than now to experiment with something? If I don't like it, I can always change it, or if I don't like it, again, we're just living here for a few months, it's not anything crazy. So that is what this video is going to be. We're going to do a little studio makeover. It's nothing crazy. I'm not painting, I'm not doing anything like that. But I do want to just switch up the layout. I feel like anytime you move furniture around in a space, it's nothing crazy, and like you're not buying anything new. You're moving around what you already have, but it makes such a difference in the way you feel, the energy of the room, and that's kind of what I want from the studio. I want something a little bit different. This, after 2 years, I'm kind of bored of it. I've noticed I'm less inclined to come in here and work. I'd rather just take my laptop and go to the living room or go outside or like basically be anywhere but in here. So hopefully moving things around, redoing it a little bit will kind of re-energize the space and make it a place that I really want to be in and work for many hours, many days a week. So this is a wide view of the space. I have my desk here, I have my printer here, I made like a little bitty gallery wall, and then of course I had the bookcase here. So now it's quite a decent space. It is a bit weird, as you can kind of see here, and I'm not really sure how good the lighting is because now I'm backlit, but this wall goes straight and then it angles this way. So my desk has always been on a slant, and I'm thinking I want to move it over here to this flat wall. I'm still gonna keep this all the same, and I think I'm gonna put my desk here and then move the printer to this side, mainly because we have this little like cat camera, security camera, and I would like it over there. That way it can see the whole area and not just like this little corner, because sometimes if I leave my chair out, which is right there, we literally can't see anything because the chair's in the way. So I feel like moving it this way. I also don't know how much I would want my desk like right here. We have a hallway that goes down. I don't know if I'd want my desk right there. I feel like it would just cut off the room. I'd rather if you exit the hallway, it stays open feeling. Desk and printer over here. This will be a big open space that honestly Stella quite likes. If you are new here, Stella is my cat. She loves watching birds and pretending to hunt them, and this window is where they end up kind of like perching, and that's where she stays. So I feel like if my desk is out of the way and moved over here, one, this creates a giant open space, but two, she can hang out there, which I think is cute. The first things first, I need to clear out the entire studio. That way I'm kind of starting from scratch, and I can move in the bigger pieces first and then add the little pieces after. So when we sold the bookcase, obviously all the things on the bookcase had to go somewhere, and this is kind of where I ended up putting all of it. The books, the knickknacks, everything that possibly was on the bookcase, I just kind of put on the floor where the bookcase used to be. And now, because of this makeover, I need to find a new spot for them. We don't have any boxes, so I can't put them away yet. And I don't really want to just keep moving them 1,000 times. So for right now, I'm just gonna get them out of my way, and then once all the big stuff is in place, then we will put them somewhere. I'll be honest, I don't know if I like it or not. I feel like I might, and it's just something I need to get used to. Let's try. We're gonna go like further away. Oh, you haven't seen my pile. So, yeah, I think I like it. I need to get used to it. It's so different, and I'm so used to it being the way it has always been for the last 2 years. So I'm hoping that I just need to get used to it. I will say, I noticed because the desk is obviously straight and level, my picture frames are not. And I have no idea how long they have been not straight, so I need to fix that. Okay, yeah, that's 1,000 times better. This one was very crooked and it was really bothering me. Also, I broke a piece of my tripod. So I guess I'm now buying a new tripod mount. Now that this wall is done, we're gonna move on to basically moving everything in. It feels super open, to be honest. I didn't think it would make that big of a difference, but it definitely feels more open. I do like it. I really do like that now when I'm working, I can look up and I see like something I drew and like a remnant of a vintage rug and then my sister's. It's really nice. I obviously had a window in front before, which was really good. You got a bunch of natural light. I'm still getting a lot of natural light. I mean, you can see it's super bright in here, so I'm still gonna have a lot of natural light, but that was the thing I was worried about, is kind of looking at a wall. But I think with this, keeping this here, it's gonna work out really well. I really like this. Stella is freaking out at my feet. She doesn't like change, so this cross-country move is gonna be really her top tier of being with us. But I'm gonna start moving all. Ooh, what are you doing? Hey, young lady, what you doing? Nothing? Now that this wall is done, I'm going to start moving everything in and kind of placing things where I think they will best go. I think where my desk used to be, her scratching post and my plants are gonna have to go there, because my plants used to be where the desk currently is, and there's just not enough room between the wall and where my desk is to put it back. So this is where we landed with the book situation. It's not the most ideal, but it's not the worst. It's definitely more out of the way, which is super nice. I also put like the knickknacks that I'm keeping. I went through the books and even like the decor, and I have a separate pile for donations. So this is the things that we're keeping and we're moving with, which it's really nice to like look at it and see how much smaller it got and kind of wrap my head around all of it. This is what we have right now. It's not Pinterest worthy, but it's gonna be definitely functional. Probably where I'm sitting, I'm going to put my snake plant, and then on the other side, I'll put my fiddle leaf. I just finished putting all the books away, and it made me start like going through the books, and like obviously there were some books I'm just not going to read again, so I put them in the donation pile. But it made me start thinking I should go through this, see if I am just literally not going to use it. Maybe some of my paint stuff has gone bad. Any and everything, I'm gonna need to go through this. It's quite heavy, and if I can make it lighter, that is the most ideal thing for moving. I feel like I'm letting you into like my secrets, because this is not cute. None of this is like cute and aesthetic. Like, I quite literally am never going to use this. I think I used it once for a podcast interview I was being interviewed for, and that's it. I've never used it since, so don't need that. Yeah, also like phone mounts. I have a like crazy amount of phone mounts for no reason. Like, I have 3 of the pretty much the same size tripod. Like, these 2 for sure are the same size. So I'm probably gonna keep this. I feel like I don't need those, because this doesn't get very tall, and then this is obviously as tall as it's going to get. So I'll probably keep this one, get rid of these 2. And also when you pull this one out, it like gets stuck, so you have to like slam it down. It's just not enjoyable, so I might as well get rid of it. Now as far as these, let's see if I can. Now as far as like a phone mount, I have 3 of them as well, which seems like overkill at best. I'm also wondering if I should even keep this one. It's like very small, and this one, when it stretches out, it's not that much taller. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of this because it's very, as you can see, it's very flimsy. So let's get rid of that, but first, I think I'm gonna keep these two and then get rid of this one. This one has pinched me, so I feel like I just have a personal vendetta against it, and I'm like, I don't like you. So yeah, 3 tripods gone. I literally just found this though. I forgot we had it. See, this is why cleaning is important. You forget you have these things, but it has GoPro mount, or you can like detach this and then it becomes like a regular tripod. But it's like, it's perfect. It's literally so perfect. Because you just boop, boop, boop. Ta-da! It's like the perfect height. It's not too tall, not too short. And I also have this one, which I use for like my phone and my camera, and that one extends. So like, I wonder if I can do it one-handed. Yeah, so you can see it extends out, and then you can push it back down, and that one gets as tall as I am. So I feel like if I have this one, and then I have a big like heavy-duty one, that should be perfectly fine. And then 2 phone mounts. We're in the second drawer. This one I feel like I can probably empty out. This is regular tape. We will not be here for Christmas, and I feel like I can buy these literally anywhere. So I'm debating if I keep this or not, because I'm like, I can just buy some. They're not really expensive. And then there's this, which literally it's like you plug it in, it's like a heat pin. And then you use that and you like draw on it. I literally used it once. So I'm gonna go with I don't need it. This is a paint. So like you put paint and then you can like push it around and wipe it around. It's really cool. And then I have a roller. So I'll keep those. This is some wood burning and wood carving. So we'll keep that. I have the big wood carving, wood burning thing. I mean, other than that, I don't really see... Like, I don't really need anything else in there. We really are just plowing through this really quickly. I already know these paints are not good anymore, so we're gonna get rid of that. I have a new notebook I'm going to use eventually. These paintbrushes are literally still white, so I definitely have never used them, so I'd rather just give them to someone who's actually going to utilize this, because I obviously am not doing that. Tonal paper, envelopes. This is just a lot of crap. I like, I think it's called lino. I forget, but like I took a class and you can line, what is it? It's basically like a big stamp. I'm forgetting what it's called, but we were able to make it in the class, and I made like this floral. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's super cute. I think I've only really used it for one thing, but it was nice. This is mainly all just like notebooks and papers and things like that that I use. Sometimes I want to use like different types of notebooks. Like this is watercolor. This is like a tonal brown. So yeah, it's all just different art supplies. This one's already pretty much empty. I have envelopes, which I don't really think I need. It's kind of the thing. I'm like, I don't really need envelopes. These are notebooks. Literally, they're completely full. Nothing crazy. End up with all the tripods we're going to get rid of, and then also all of this stuff. Some of this is donations, some of this is like garbage. Like these paints are not good anymore, they're rock hard, but these paintbrushes I've literally never used, so they can go to someone who's going to use them and enjoy them. The same goes for these like little heat metal tools even the envelopes. I'll probably throw this away because there's literally like barely any of a roll, and I don't know anyone other than me that's going to need branded tape with my logo on it. So all of this will probably be donated. These will be thrown away. And then, of course, these will all be donated as well because they're completely useful. I just have too many. I'm sorry for being backlit, but kind of the only way I can film facing you and you be able to see everything. But now that we have done this side with the desk and organizing and decluttering, we're going to move over to this side and add in the rest of the stuff. It has been probably about an hour since I've finished putting everything in, sitting with it. I got a little bit of computer work done just to see how it works and if I would need to move everything around again. And so far, I'm loving it. I really am. I like that I kind of feel focused. It's like my own little zone right here. I'm not distracted by anything happening outside. And I'm really loving this like new filming angle. Before, if I wanted to get like good lighting, I had to finesse the camera into like weird little angles and corners of the room. Now this is like super easy. I love that you can see my desk and then the frames. It's just all very cute and I love it. It's also a really good motivator to keep my desk clean. So in these clips, this is not completely messy. I'm not saying it's clean right now. I'm still in the process of organizing, but this is a good motivator for future videos to keep my desk clean. Also, I think my plants are going to love it. The fiddle leaf loves getting indirect light, which is really perfect for this area over here, while my snake plant loves direct light, which is exactly what the corner right here gets. So I think they're gonna love it, which is awesome. Stella is loving having a no barrier access to the window right behind you. She so far is just loving being able to see the birds, not having to hide and like finesse her way around my desk. So everything seems to be working out great. Of course, if I decide to change it up later, there will probably be a video about it, but for right now, it is awesome. I also do want to say, because I noticed it as I was like moving things around, it's probably something you noticed, is that I have two different colored panels for curtains. So what happened was the gray curtains you see are heat resistant and they're blackout. And the way our house is angled, our bedroom and this window right here on the side of me needs those type. But I had already bought the green ones and those are in our bedroom. And I didn't want to buy a whole panel extra of this gray just for it to match for a few months. So we put the green on the tiny window because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't get much like direct sun. And then the windows that get direct sun, we put the gray ones. So that's why I have a mishmashed thing going on with the curtains. It's not my favorite, obviously, but it works for us right now and I don't really care. It's not something I notice that often. Even when my desk was literally facing the green curtains, I wasn't even fazed by having the gray and the green. When you're living in it, it's not that big of a deal. But if you were wondering why I have two different colored curtain panels, no, it was not a style choice. It was literally a function choice, and it's what's working right now. I'm excited to start working and creating in this space now. If you want to see more from me, think about liking this video and subscribing to my channel, and I will see you next week.